Good morning, everyone. Today is Women's Heart Health. No, well, Friday is, but we're celebrating today. So everybody's in red today. Oh, let me just take a little squinge around the class. Everybody's wearing red today. If you get sick, you better close your eyes. Yep. How about that? Oh, that's okay. Like Elaine said, you can't be expected to remember everything.
Yeah.
I said everything. Okay, once again, good morning. I'm Olivia. This is my SilverSneakers Flex Chair yoga class. Let's start at the back of the chair where you can just settle in. Okay. Nice deep breath. Sit on back. As I've said before, sometimes I like to lift my feet so I feel all the weight of my body on the chair and then just float them back down. A couple of deep breaths will take you to that place where you say, ah. Gently let the corners of your mouth draw back towards your earlobes. Eyes open, soft gaze, and let's move towards the edge of the seat. Feet underneath your knees. Head over heart over pelvis. Put a little tuck in the chin, and we come into seated mountain pose, which means now you're using your core muscles in your back to sit up tall. It also means you can breathe all the way around the rib cage, in the front, in the back, and the sides. So let's do some of that. You'll feel that belly move out. You'll feel the shoulders ride up and move out. The collarbones broaden. The back broaden. When I say later today, take a deep breath, that's what I mean. Give yourself a hug for this very day. Drop the chin down towards your chest, and you're going to stretching across the back right there, and then up and over your head, all the way down. Let's let the fingers fall towards the earth and stretch that left hand down, and the head goes over to the right. And then we'll go the other way, same thing. Right fingers down, head, crown of the head is stretching out over there. All right, and then just turn the gaze over the right shoulder. Come back to the center. We go the left. Feel that stretch. Feel that working. You're using one set of muscles to hold you there. So next time we do this, what I want you to do is use your hand. And then see if you can let the muscles on the right side of the neck just relax. And then we'll go the other way. Same thing. You feel them working on the right side, on the left side, but when you put your hand there to hold, see if you can let them relax. All right, and back to the front. Let's start with the shoulder roll. And this is just shoulders. I'm just going to leave my arms nice and long here first. Snap, crackle, pop. Wow. And one more time. It's okay. It's just air. Back to the front. And one more time. All right, so let's have a little bit bigger with the elbows if that's accessible to you. I know you all know your bodies, and if something ever causes pain, it shouldn't, so don't do it, all right? And one more time. Let's make this one bigger. Up, around, and down. I'm going to take my hands to my knees, lifting the heart here. Deep breath in. And then exhale. Start by tucking the tailbone underneath you, finding the sit bones, the middle back, and then tuck the chin. One more time. Tip of the sit bones, lift the heart. Exhale. Start in the tailbone. You're going to push back and tuck the chin. Move slowly, move with intention. Move every vertebrae. One more time. and scoot back. All right. Sit up nice and tall. We're going to change this breath rhythm, the breathing on this, what we do here. When we come together, I want you to inhale, breathe into the back ribs. Hug a tree. And then as you exhale, hands here. It's usually the other way, right? Inhale, broaden the back. And exhale right here. Again, inhale. And exhale. You get into that upper back, that fascia, those muscles up there. And exhale. All right, now cross the knuckles together. Drop the elbows down. And I want you to breathe into the back so you'll feel those shoulders broaden right there. Inhale up and around, let it rest for a moment. And again, same thing. Drop the elbows. And up and around. Okay, this time we're going to lift the elbows. See if you can get them together. And I'm squeezing the knuckles a little bit higher. And again, breathe into the back. And exhale around. One more time. My elbows are up. And exhale around. Whew. Let's just go side to side here, just easy. Let the arms hang. All right. So, side to side. Begin to move into the rib cage. I'm going to take my feet a little bit wider, so a little broader base here. And just be sure they're glued to the ground, so they're not lifting up and the knees aren't rolling in. And this is just the upper rib cage here, or the rib cage right at the bottom of the base where it attaches to the spine. Now, you're lifting up something heavy here. Lift it up. You begin to feel those obliques work on the side, in your core. And again, scoop up. And scoop up. One more time. Scoop up. Both arms up together in the front. Reach. And then up, around, and down. All right. Inhale one more time. And exhale round the spine. Your feet are going to come back together for now. Let's up on that right knee. So hinge forward here and see if you can get that shoulder a little closer. But I want you to hinge forward on this. And then release. Other side. Deep breath in. Hinge forward. You're bringing the heart forward to me. I'm not rounding down just yet. I just want you to hinge and bring the heart forward. And again, same thing on the other side. Straight back. Yeah, let that heart kind of rainbow arc over the knee. And then again, same thing here. Yeah. Okay, now we are going to round back. Round back. We'll just take one like that. Same thing on the other side. Round back. Gets into that low back. And now, you want to get the neck involved. Forehead towards the knee. And then switch. And back. Okay, take the feet back out. I'm going to get into the upper part of the back now. I have done this before. I'm going to turn my fingers in, straight spine. Hinge at the hips. Drop that right shoulder. Look over to the right wall, and then tuck your chin back towards that left shoulder. Stay here and breathe into the back. All right, we come right back up. One breath, one range of motion. We're not going to stay there for long. I want you to hinge at the hip first. Drop that left shoulder. Tuck the chin looking underneath that elbow there and breathe into the back there. And back up. Let's do it again. It should feel pretty darn good, all right? Hinge at the hip. Drop the shoulder. Look underneath the arm towards the back. And then the other side. Anybody have two different sides?
Definitely.
Definitely. Here we go. And breathe. And back up. Let's go around. I do have a clip. That's a good thing. And again. And take one more. And then let's go the other direction. And again. One more time. All right, so bring the feet in. I'm going to, actually just the left one, because I'm going to bring this right one up and around. And you take this range of motion that works for you. If this feels better to take 2 hands underneath the thigh, that's okay. If you want to stay on the ground, that's fine. We just want to get a little movement in that hip. A little love in the hips. And one more time. All right, rock back to the back of the chair. See if you can extend that leg out. Oh, look what I find when I have some thread. And come on back up. All right. Now heel on the ground. Toes are coming to the ceiling, and you're really pressing through that calf muscle. Sit nice and tall. We'll just take a little hinge at the hip and around the spine and roll back up. Foot on the ground. Other side. Up and around. Hold on to it however you need to. But this right foot isn't moving and this right knee isn't moving. Okay? We're isolating just this hip, so everything else has to hold still. If you need to do that, that's okay. And again. All right, so we sit back and see if we can get into that hamstring a bit more. Extend it, maybe up high, you decide. Let it pull you forward. Press through the heel, the toe comes back. Straight spine, we hinge at the hip. Look down toward the bow towards the earth, I would say, and round back up. Let's slide that foot back in, and we're going to take this little twist. I'm going to hold the hand here and bring in this arm back to front this time. Back to front. And again. All right, one more time. Leave it up. Arc over. Nicely done. And then the other side. Here we go. Circling it back and around. And you know, if this isn't accessible to you, whatever will work. If it's just that shoulder going up and around, that's okay. Let's leave it up. And we arc over. All right. And all the way down. Deep breath in. We forward fold. Halfway rise. Draw the shoulders down. Press the hands in. Let the heart come forward. That little baby back bend we do. Baby cobra, we might call it if we were in that vinyasa in a mat class. Reverse swan dive up. Let's come back round. Deep breath in. We go again. Halfway rise. Drop the shoulders. Press the hands in. Heart come forward. Little baby back bend. And exhale down. Round back up. Bring that other knee in. And all the way down. Take them a little bit wider. I know in these cloth seats it's a little difficult to do, but we're going to try to drop one knee down towards the ground. And I hold on to the chair. And get that cheek back on the chair before you go the other way. If you're in a chair that doesn't have cloth on it, you'll find it a little bit easier. And back. And again, still a little more movement in the hips. Soles of the feet come together in the front. Get yourself out to the edge as best you can, but just don't fall out of the seat. And I'm going to take my hands and kind of press out, but then I'm going to pull in on the knees. All right. Shoulders down. All right, and then I'm going to separate them. I'm going to do the same thing here. Push out on the knees and on the hands. And then press down. Shoulders down as well. Let's do this and hinge forward. So you're going to take your weight on the hands right here. My elbows are going right straight back. You go as far as you're comfortable. Bring that heart forward, that little baby back bend once again. And then release down. Maybe you want to lower the hands down towards the ankles, bow towards the earth, roll back up, get your feet ready to stand up. We're going to go up, halfway, up, tap. All right, 5 times. Or not at all. That's okay too. Here we go. Coming up, halfway, bam, tap it down. Halfway, tap it down. Dun, dun, tap it down. Was that 2? This is 3. Am I going too fast for you? And down. Don't feel like you have to. One more time. Now you start to feel that burn, right? And shake up. I don't mean burn. I just mean you feel that blood pulse into those legs. Give them a little shake. Let's go around to the back. Have a drink of water, too. It's white out this window because it's snowing here in Buffalo today.
It's pretty, though.
It is pretty, isn't it? Yeah.
They're big flights.
So I finally figured out how to use this water bottle. You see it's squishy? I have to lift and squeeze.
Oh, there's
Who knew? Downward facing dog. And I like this because it gives you a chance to Create some more space in your back, in your shoulders, in your neck, whatever you need to do. So find a few moments of wiggle and stretch, and then see if you can settle into this. So my hands are kind of wide on the chair. They're not holding onto that handle there. Wide. Press the hands into the chair. Maybe the heel of the hand, maybe the middle, the palm. Soften your knees a bit. Take an extra turn of your tailbone to the back wall. And then bring the belly in and breathe into the back ribs. Try to take more of the weight on the feet than the hands. Let's take the right hand over towards the left side. Push your hips over to the right just a little bit more. I forgot to turn that off. And then we'll go the other way. Other left hand on top and push the hips over to the left a little bit. Get that last little stretch in there. And back to the front. All right, step that right foot in about halfway between the chair and your back foot. Oh, hands on the chair if you need it. Deep breath in. And then come down, sit back, lift that toe. Rising up, I lift the toe in the back, bend the knees, and come down to the earth. So I'm working through my feet. I'm not going to lift that foot in the back because I really want to stretch through the toes here and back. You don't need hands? Don't use them. You need both hands? Use them. It's okay. And down. One more time. And down. All right, come all the way back up. Bring the hands to the heart. I'm going to step back a little bit on my heel. I'm going to bend that back knee and push forward. And then pull back. And then push forward. So let that toe maybe come up if that feels good to you. Otherwise, keep it on the ground and pull back. Elbows are going to come behind you here. Yep. Keep that chair handy if you need it. Don't go back that far. We push and pull back. One more time. All right, we're going to circle sweep, step both feet together, deep breath in. Taking the gaze skyward, and we do the same thing on the other side. So we're going to step back, lift that toe, lift the back heel. But keep that toe on the ground in the back. I want you to stretch with intention. I really want you to stretch through that foot in the back, okay? So instead of letting it rise up. We'll do plenty of that later. And again. Couple more. Last one, hands come to the heart, sit back, bend that back knee, push forward, it's heavy. And pull back, let the elbows go behind the body here. Push forward and pull back. Yeah. Articulating your feet, add the fingers to it. And back. Keep that back foot grounded there. Two more. Last one, circle sweep, reach to the ceiling, both feet together. I'm going to take my feet about chair width apart for a little broader base, reach my left wrist, press the heel of the hand up, and then lift this elbow. Ooh, a little bit more and arc over. And then we'll go the other way, same thing. Heel of the hand, lift that right elbow. It's like a nice morning stretch, right? Okay, and release back down. Step back into mountain pose here. Just a little base from the chair. Heels underneath the sit bone. Soften the knees so the tailbone turns to the ground. I want you to, like you're going to grab something here and pull it apart. So pinch the fingers up. As I pull it apart, it's really tough to pull it apart. And then float back together. All right, pull it apart. And let that be relaxing, okay? It's a very tough rubber band or taffy or something. Pull it apart. So work the shoulders, work the arms. And then that part should feel really good, right? One more time. Pull it apart. Deep breath in. Forward fold. Halfway rise. Okay, so in this position, I'm looking about 6 feet in front, right? Then when I lower down a little bit more, I'm almost looking underneath my face. You may come right back up from there, or if you'd like to release a little bit more, look towards your toes, bend the knees, and then reverse swan dive. So I'm going to give you 3 options there, okay? The first one is here. The second one will be here. You're looking underneath yourself. If that's low enough for you, you're going to reverse swan dive. Some of you will want to go all the way into Uttasana, which is complete forward fold. But you all decide. You know who you are, you know who you aren't, right? Let's do it again. Deep breath in. Forward fold. Halfway rise. Hands come to the thigh. You're looking about 5-6 feet in front. Release into forward fold. You're looking underneath yourself. Back is straight. My heart is still above my heart. My head is still above my heart. A little bit more if you'd like, or reverse swan dive back up. Look towards the toes. All right? And down. All right. Stretch out. Have a drink of water. Okay? You've been here long enough. Nobody's new in class today. I think y'all can decide how deep you want to take that. Oh, I have to do this. So funny. Okay, let's slide that left foot back and get into the outside edge of that foot with intention. Really press the outside edge of that foot into the ground. I'm even going to let my big toe kind of rise up there for a moment. And then all the way push that big toe into the ground as well, the whole part of the foot in the ground. Deep breath in. Shoulders release down. And you can keep the goalpost arms here. That's just fine. A little la-di-da with the hands. And let's do this. Let's touch in and out. So you're going to reach all the way over and touch that baby finger, the base of the baby finger, in and out. In and out. All right. Deep breath in one more time. And circle sweep down. Now, don't let that knee bend anymore. All right. It's going to stay the same. This is just bowing, hinging at the hip, and coming right back up. If you don't want to add the arms, you may keep them right there, but I want you to draw your attention to what's happening right here at this hip and not my knee. It's going to stay over the ankle and right back up. One more time. Stay down here. Send the hands to the back, palms to the earth, knuckles to the ceiling. So think about that, right? Thumbs are pointing out. And we hold long line, crown of the head to the heel. Left hand comes to the chair and turn to that right wall. Reach back to your neighbor there. And let's bring that arm around to the front. And we'll step back in. We'll go the other way, same thing. Baby toe edge of that right foot. Put it into the ground or into your shoe. And then come back to the big toe mound. Knee over the ankle. Deep breath in. Drop your shoulders. La-di-da. All right, here we go. Deep breath in. Exhale. You're going to hinge at the hip here and come right back up. Use the arms or not. It's up to you, but the focus is right here. Nothing's moving in the low half of my body. It's all in my hip here and down. So you load up that front. This looks so cool with all this red. This is really cool. Let's pick a color. That's what we do down at Canal Side. We pick a color each week, and it's so fun. It's a sea of green or whatever color we're wearing, but we don't wear red down there, and y'all know why. Okay, release down. Oh, I know, we went back like this. I can't tell you right now because Okay, right hand on the chair. And as you turn to the left, you're going to notice that palm's going to turn to the left as well. Reach back, find your neighbor behind you there or off to your right, left. Deep breath in. All right, over the top to the chair, downward facing dog. Lovely. And breathe. All right, looking over the chair. Step all the way in. Let's take the feet out wide standing mountain pose right here. So baby toe edge, once again, of your feet on the ground. I'm going to roll all the way to the outside of them. And then I'm going to come back and press the big toe mound and the baby toe edge. So you are very secure on your feet. Little bend in the knee. Don't let them lock, right? Little bend. Tailbone turns toward the earth. And we come up into star pose. Drop your shoulders. So I want you to feel the sense that from the navel down, you're in cement. You can't move, but yet the upper body is just unbelievably light. So find that sense right there. All right, let's bring the hands in towards the side of the face. Now you can bend the elbows. I don't want them in front. They don't need to be back here by any means. And just take this little arc over. You feel those core muscles fire on, right? Come back up. And this is a rib cage. And this way. And back up. Turn that right toe. Sink into that right knee. We're going to do the same thing. Ooh. and come back. Ooh. Go this way. Turn. One hand on the thigh, one hand on the chair, and we bow. Humble warrior. There's that hinge at the hip again, but I'm not bending the knee any deeper. Come right back up. Let's take that arm up. Reverse. Hold it. Breathe. All right, come on back to the front. We'll keep that arm up. Let's take the arm up once again. Same thing. Drop your shoulders. Ribs and hips are connected here. One way. You feel the core muscles work, right? And then back. And then to the front. And then we rotate. We drop the hands. Humble warrior. Don't sink into that knee any deeper. Look back to that back toe, maybe. It's up to you. Come all the way back up. This time we're going to straighten that leg in front and come into reverse triangle. Lifting up. Feel that left shoulder fall and that right shoulder lift. And here's where we're going to come into triangle pose. I like this image. You grab this paintbrush up here and you're going to paint this wall right over here. So you have to reach out as the hips go to the left. Windmill the arms. Resituate your feet as you need to. And looking to the front. Imagine this left shoulder is on this wall behind you. And if you need to come up to do that, please do that. Because I want you to imagine you're in between two panes of glass. And if I'm all the way forward, I won't fit in there, right? So I have to get my body upright. Lovely. All right, drop that hand to the chair. We're going to turn both toes to the right wall and hinge into pyramid pose. Holding onto the chair is just fine with me. The arm that's farthest away from me is pointing to your friends on the left. And then if you'd like, forehead to knee pose, you don't have to get it all the way down there. Bend that front knee, look towards the toes, and lift right back up. Step both feet together. Let's take a vinyasa. We need that there. Deep breath in. Forward fold. Halfway rise. Here's those 3 levels. There's the first one. The second one is maybe at the knees. You're looking right to the floor. Reverse swan dive, or come down a little bit deeper, look towards their toes, reverse swan dive all the way up. And coming in, stepping the feet wide once again, arms up. Okay, ribs and hips are connected, shoulders are down. We're going to take this little swing side to side. Just the ribs moving. And again, 2 more. You should feel those core muscles working. Yeah, all right, so we're going to turn that toe, sink into the knee. And here we go. You take this hinge. And again, lots of sensations, huh? Come back to the side. And this is where we're going to rotate. Float the arms down and come into humble warrior. One hand on the thigh, one on the chair if you need it. Bow to the earth. Lift the head. Come right back up. And let me just offer this next time. If you'd like, if you don't want to use the chair, you can always hold the thumb behind and on humble warrior. Okay, we do it again. Same thing. Lifting up, drop the shoulders. Connect everything. So it's almost like you're just swaying up here. Right? Oh, let's do that one more time before we come into humble warrior. I like it too much. Okay, here we go over this way. Then we're going to rotate. Forward fold. You can clasp the hand behind or use one on the chair or one on the thigh. It's up to you entirely. Bowing down. Look towards the toes. Maybe look towards the back foot. That's really low, so you all decide. Lifting the head. Come right back up. Grab hold of the chair. We're going to turn both toes towards the left wall, and come into pyramid pose. Hinging. A little bend in that knee will make this feel a lot better. All right. Reaching back. Oh, I know what we didn't do. All right. Release into forward fold. And then lift right back up. Use the chair there is just fine. We didn't go into our triangle pose, so I'm going to step back. And we're going to come into triangle pose first. I should have had that earlier. I apologize. Feel that tailbone draw to the earth, which means you're going to have to drop this left hip or right hip a little bit. Yeah, otherwise you're going to kind of settle into it, right? So drop that right hip and reach. And here we go, soft knee in the front, grab that paintbrush, and it goes all the way over to that left wall. And And we windmill the arms. You land wherever you land, right? And to come out of this, bend that knee a little bit. Back to warrior two. Back to the front. Walk your feet back in. And let's step back, and we'll take this forward fold, and we're going to pass through chair pose this time. So here we go. Halfway rise. Level one. Level two means you're looking right to the earth, so the back of the neck is long. Level three means you're looking a little deeper, but you're going to come into chair pose then. So thumb to the heart. We hold. Turn the tailbone towards the earth. Lift the heart. And you see everybody's eyes. Come on up a little higher, Marilyn. Yeah. You know why you don't want to do that? Because it hurts. It's harder, right? I know. It's much easier to kind of hang here, right? All right. Left hand on left leg or the right, and reach on back. See if you continue to circle that right back around to the front, and we'll take the other side. Reach on back. See if you can circle it around. Come back to the front. Airplane pose, straighten the legs, reach back. Now, feel those toes on the ground. So push the weight forward towards the toes and push and come right back up. Ta-da! That was great. Have a drink of water. Okay. So halfway between, downward facing dog. Sorry. All right, taking the gaze over the chair. Halfway, step the right foot between the chair and where your left foot is. Okay. Then we're going to hinge at the hip and keep the elbows glued right next to your body, right here. Glue them in. Okay. So they're going to want to do this, right? So glue them in and push right back up. My foot is coming up in the back. If that doesn't work for you, that's all right. You don't have to do that. Now I want you to come the range of motion is going to feel good for you, where you might be able to stay for a while. So soft right leg. My toes are working on the right leg. And then maybe one hand comes to the heart. You're lifting from the heel. And maybe the other hand comes to the heart. You have not left the chair. You could even leave your little baby fingers on the chair if that worked better for you. Breathe. All right, get yourself up nice and tall, but cross that foot behind. Bend both knees. Maybe you'll come to the ball of the foot with that front leg. All right, you're going to squeeze those legs together like your life depended on it. Okay, I have right leg on the top. I'm going to put right arm down here. We did this in the warm-up. These are those eagle arms. Stay holding on the chair if you need to. Otherwise, we're going to take the other arm. We're going to squeeze the knuckles and the elbows and lift. But you need a hand on the chair. Please put it there. This is where we're stretching across the shoulders right there. So breathe into them. One more breath. And we unfurl everything. Legs, arms, back to mountain pose. Nice and tall. All right, the other side. Let's come from chair pose so we get our foot in the right place for, that was warrior three we were doing right there. Warrior three. Step on back. Any movement you need. Oh. All right, so that left foot comes in halfway between you and the chair, and your right foot in the chair. I'm going to glue those elbows to you and just hinge at the hip. Push right back up. You can leave that foot on the ground if you want and just bend the knees as you drop to the chair. It's entirely up to you. Glue those elbows in. And if you need to get closer to the chair to do that, like my face is coming over the chair here, so scoot on in. Yeah, exactly, Lynn. Scoot on into the chair. So your head is coming over the chair. The chair's hitting you about right here. It'll be easier to keep those elbows in. All right, so we're going to find our perfect warrior three for you today on What day is it? The 3rd? The
Fifth.
5th? The 5th, on February 5th. All right, press the toes into the ground. Soften that knee you're standing on. Fire on that leg and really make it do the work as you start to lighten up on your hand or hands. Your choice. Thumb to the heart. Remember, broad collarbones. The heart's always coming forward here as you do this. I like to keep the little fingers on the chair. It's amazing what one little touch point. But that leg in the back is so strong. That heel is pressing to that wall behind you. And breathe. All right, we come right back up. Put that foot behind the other one. You're going to spoon them together and then bring that front toe to the earth and lift the heel. Give them a good squeeze. My right knee is coming to my left calf muscle here, and you may simply stay here or with your hand on the chair. Does not matter to me. Otherwise, let's see. Right leg, left leg, left hand, right hand. Knuckles together, elbows together. Now turn that tailbone to the earth if you haven't already, and breathe. Squeezing the knuckles in, you're going to feel that great stretch across the back. Jam the hair on the hand on the chair if you need it. Feel the shoulders work on this. Feel those core muscles work on this. Even if your hands are down, fire on those core muscles, because when we open this up, you should feel a here we go. Unfurl out to mountain pose. Let's just go side to side. Floppy arms. All right. In that little vinyasa. Deep breath. Hinge forward. Halfway rise. Squeezing the shoulders together. Here's level 1. Level 2, we slide down a little bit more. Shoulders down. You're looking maybe towards the earth. And if you want a little more, we go all the way down or reverse swan dive all the way back up. Let me go. And down. Whoa. Snap. That was so good. All right. Let's grab a drink of water. We'll sit back down. Really nicely done, everyone. I think we started late, right? We were taking pictures.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so we're going to take the feet out wide, a little more like our triangle pose. Take that right hand down there by your knee. And then I'm going to reach the right one up. So this can be absolutely fine like this. What I want you to think about doing is taking the fingers away from one another. So slide down, but reach right straight up. It's a wonderful stretch. This rib cage is tipped over. I haven't hinged at my hip, but my rib cage is tipped over as I stretch far apart. And just for the sake of the neck, see if you can turn the chin towards the shoulder, and then turn the chin towards the other shoulder. All right, level this back out. Let's do this. Contract in the middle, round back. And up and around. So we take the other side. And then you may stay like this or trying to stretch the fingers. You know, it's like I've got a fish and it was this big. You want to tell me how big it is. So stretch the fingers. You're going to slide down and reach up. And then if this works for you, turn the gaze towards that shoulder, working the neck. And then turn the gaze towards the other shoulder. Y'all believe how flexible you are? Right? And back to the front, we come right back up. Same thing, round back. And toss the arms up and around. All right, it's walking the feet in. Grab hold of the chair behind, just lift the heart. All right, and then we're gonna hinge at the hip. Slide all the way down. Now stay right here. Breathe into the back ribs. Feel them lift to the ceiling. You can lift out of that low back. And even the mid-back. One more time. Broaden the back. And then roll the spine right back up. Lovely. Let's take one more twist. Hand goes over. You can reach to the chair, tuck the hand in there next to the seat, whatever you want, but just nice and tall. And then let's go the other way. You just want to leave both hands there on your lap. That's okay too. It's just about the spine. The arm adds just a little little extra love. All right, both hands crossing over. Again, open the legs out and feel that back broaden. Right there. And then you know what? Kind of bring the elbows forward to me a little bit more and around the upper body. All right. Release. One leg on the ground. Hold on to the chair. Point the elbows towards the back. And sink into the heel of your hand right there. Okay, now here's an option if you don't have trouble or wrist trouble. See if you can lighten up on the seat a little bit by pushing that left leg into the ground and lift. It's up to you. It's a lot of work on the shoulder. All right, back on the seat. We release down. Hang down there for a moment. Breathe deep. And then roll back up. And we'll take the other leg out in front. Again, it's up to you entirely. I sink into the heel of my hand into the chair. Then I give it a squeeze. And I'm going to use my right leg and push up. Your choice how high you want to take it. Squeezing the shoulder blades together. It's not necessary though. And get your backside back on there. Release all the way down. And roll back up. All right, walk back about to the middle of the seat, so don't get all the way down. Right, slide down the chair, hold on, and see if you can lift up on this left leg. Get that sit bone off the chair. Reach it. Don't fall out. And then extend that leg out maybe. Let's go back, other way. Other side. All the way over, extend it out. Pull the toes back. See if you can get that sit bone off the chair. But hold on, please. And all the way back. Walk all the way back. Settling. And again, maybe lift the feet up. And settle into the chair. And then just float them right back down. Close your eyes. And today, let's take this heart mudra. I'm sorry, before you closed your eyes, I should have said. You're going to make a fist with your right hand. You're going to look opposite from me. I want you to use your right hand because that's where your heart is when you cross it in. And then take the left hand over it. Close your eyes. See if you can find the rhythm of your heart. Women's Heart Health Month. Unfurl the hands, wiggle the fingers, and let's bring the palms together at your heart. Remembering the heart at peace shall give life to the whole body. Namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you for wearing red today. Good.